Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time, welcome to my channel. I wanted to have a discussion about what makes a hang-on stand a mobile hang-on stand, because there's so many different hang-on stands out there on the market, and they're all different, but all mobile hunting stands are relatively going to be the same options. And I wanted to discuss that today before you go waste your money like I did on stands that didn't really work out. So starting off the bat, you're going to want a stand that you can adjust your seat pitch. Typically it's a bolt that's going to be underneath the seat. You adjust it up and down, changes that. You have the cables. You want to be able to adjust your cables to control the angle of your platform up and down as well. And then you're going to want a standoff bracket designed to be put on angled and crooked trees. And lastly, you want a strap that's not a ratchet strap. You don't want a loud, noisy strap. You want something you can put on the tree quick, quiet, and get it done and secure, right? So I'm gonna bring you in closer and explain a couple of these here in a little bit, but first I wanna hang these stands on this tree and show you what we're looking at. So typically when I hang my stands, I'm gonna leave a little bit of a pitch on it, push the platform down some, reach around, get that V on the tree so you know that it's gonna be there, then pull on the strap, bringing it around. I want to bring it around. If it's short like it is, come to the buckle, push on the buckle to loosen the strap, bring it over until it's there, and put it on that Versa button or on the aluminum post. By pulling out on the strap, I have tension, using my arm, pulling it in, taking that slack out, and keeping the strap level, right? Once you're there, you're going to push down on the seat and cam the platform down. If I'm doing this, I have my sticks on the tree. I'm standing, however, probably positioned on this side, but you're going to put weight with your forearm down on the seat. As you can see, it's sinking down. Sinking down. And then I'm locking it to the tree. As you lock it, it pulls separation out and creates a gap here. It's now secured. I'll bring you over in a little bit to show you that this is on the end of this bracket because of the angle of this tree. That's why it's important to have a bracket designed for this, all right? So we have it there. The next step is getting in and tow hooking it, which I'm gonna show you, but I'm gonna tell you the only time you need to do that is if when you get in, this bracket is pulling away from the tree. You don't want any gap between this top bracket and the tree. I've seen people posting about it. Oh, it's not locking to the tree. Is this normal? No, you don't want that. So as you see, I step in, I come up. This may be moving that much. These stands do a good job cam locking. So I'm just gonna do a little cam. I don't got much to go. Come up, loosen, cam it down. There we go. It's rock solid, not going anywhere. It's ready to hunt. I already have my angle set. We're good to go. This stand is the DeQuista Series 0.5 with a 22-inch post and a 0.75 seat with a thin pad. It's important for me to have that taller post because I'm 6'2". I'm not a shorter guy. If you're shorter, go with a shorter post. You don't need it. But I want a taller angle because if you're in a tree and you're hunting, you got to stand to get an offside shot. Lower the post. Do it in any seat at your house. Go to a short bench. Go to a kid's table or something, or a kid's chair and sit in it and stand up. You got to lean real far forward to stand up. With this 22-inch post, it keeps me real high. So my standing up is very minimal. I come up a little bit and I'm standing and I'm back down. So that's why a higher post is important to me. With the 0.5 though, you have to understand though, if you get that taller post, you're not going to have the lock-in pack frame that these platforms in the Lone Wolf Custom Gears stands offer you. It does come with a bolt that'll slide into the post and lock it in place there. I'll show that when I review these stands separately or even in a comparison. But for now, I'm just going to show you how they look like on a tree and why these mobile points for mobile stands, these points I'm making for mobile stands, and why they're so important. Because say I'm in a normal stand and I can only sit up on this side or whatever side where you have no pitch adjustment, or you have a bracket that you can't put on an angled tree, you might not be in the right position. At this point, I could shoot anything. This is my shooting side draw, right? So anything over here is where I'm expecting deer movement, even maybe out in front of me coming across. But over here, it's more of a diverse movement to get a shot off of, right? Sorry, I'm at a park. I wanted to show you on trees. So, and I got no trees in my yard. The trees here aren't very nice per se. But anyways, besides the point. So just bear with the noise, please. I apologize, but please bear with it. So you want to be able to make sure you can hang on multiple tree options. You don't want to be stuck with having to look for climbers. You have to have no branches, which are going to be limiting cover, and they have to be nice and straight trees. I hunted with climbers for years. I love them. I still love mine, and there's even times that I'm still going to use mine. But for getting in and doing the more of the thick brush, the more brushier, more thicker cover stuff, I'm finding less and less trees that I'm able to do that in. So that's where I've adjusted to these over the last couple of years. And these aren't the only stands that offer these setups. Like Novix, you have XOP, you have Elevate stands, you have the Hush stands. Granted, I haven't tested those, and I know you can, I'm trying to think the right way to say this. Their standoff brackets are V-shaped like sticks. So in my mind personally, I'm wondering how they're gonna do on angled trees like the one I'm in. Maybe with a couple little knots and stuff, it might be okay and it'll be fine, but you're only gonna be on one tooth, and that's kind of in its own thing. How's that gonna hold up? But from what I've seen so far in the Elevate stands, hasn't been an issue. And the Hush stands, I know they had issues with people camming, tow hooking the stands like I did earlier in this. I believe you're not supposed to with that stand, and people were bending posts before. But that was a whole year ago, and I know they reinforced those posts and stuff. But getting off topic, sorry, rambling. But I just want to talk about some of those options. So you have those here, angled trees. Now I'm going to take this stand, I'm going to set it up on the uphill angle of this tree and show that adjustment. So this one's set on an angle leaning to the side. This one is going to be on a leaning backwards. So I'm going to take this, tilt it out a little bit, right? Because I want my platform to be contacting the tree first, like this. I want to bring my stand in so the standoff makes contact. The V in, standoff makes contact. I'm going to bring it up a little bit. Standoff makes contact. This one's already good to go. So I'm going to cinch this down right there. Put weight, push down, cam it over. Now hopefully I don't get too much out of camera view on this one. I'm not trying to show you my butt. I've been losing weight, so thank you for noticing. But tow hook, didn't even move. Let's cinch down a little bit. Now it's nice and snug. And this is the 0.75. As you can see, there's a lot more room, and when you're on an angle like this, it's like sitting in a lazy boy. But this allows for the platform to be flat. I'm looking out, again, probably wanting a shot angle over here. But this is why it's important to have these brackets and these adjustments to be able to set up in multiple, not just any tree, but to be in that tree the way you need to hunt that area. That gives you the best opportunity to get that shot off with the least amount of movement to get picked out. I mean, you're already going to be drawing, you're going to be already moving to get to where you need to shoot up and over limbs, whatever. So to have a stand that can sit and get put into that tree the way that you need it to be in that tree makes a mobile stand super important. So I'm going to grab you, I'm going to bring you over here and show you some more of the stuff on these stands. So let's see here. Loosening you up. All right. So One thing I also want to point out about these top brackets is some of them dig into the trees super aggressive, which is all cool and all, but if you watch me pull out on this, I'm pulling hard. It's hardly moving. That helps prevent kick out. If you have a stand that doesn't snug the base of your platform tight, make sure you're using the second strap that comes in with these. A lot of guys only run one strap like I am right now, but make sure you use that second strap, and you're gonna attach that after you tow hook. If you want, you could put it on loose, tow hook, and then tighten it after, but you're gonna be kneeling down on your platform doing it, or get off on your sticks and do it again. But that is crucial. You do not want any kick out for when you stand on the side of your platform and it side loads. You don't want it to push out and kick away from this tree, right? So side loading. And just so you can see how exactly extreme that angle is. I got my straps a little twisted, ignore that. You want to make sure you get you don't want that many twists in them or anything, but I don't think it really matters, but in case you do, let me try to get this to focus so you can see how that's barely hitting that bracket, but it's holding super tight. So that's some stuff to consider when looking at a mobile stand for mobile hunting. You want to be able to level the platform. You want to be able to level your seat. You want a strap that's going to attach quiet and quick. And then you want a bracket that's designed to take and hang yourself safely in as many trees as possible. From what I know, the XOP stands, they're made in China, but they're cheap. I mean, you're taking your risk with China-made products, right? We got a lot of people having issues with some of the sticks out there made in China, so you just got to be careful. Novix sells the old original Lone Wolves, the versions of what Andre first made. Those were stands that guys used forever. I mean, they're tried and true. They've been working for people for years before these higher end aluminum cut stands came out. You got the B stand. I had the B stand for a couple weeks and sold it because it didn't work for me. I didn't like how the top bracket dug into the tree like I was talking about before, because it made the platform loose for me. But like I said, attach that bottom strap and you'll have no worries about kick out. It was a good stand. It just didn't perform the way that I thought it should for what I was paying for it. But that's just a personal thing. Nothing against that stand. If you like the B stands, go with them. But these are just what's working for me, what worked best for me in the situations that I want to hunt in. So again, so the seat adjustment, platform adjustment, a good bracket on it, and then a good strap. I know the Hawk brands run ratchet straps, and they're noisy. If that's what it's okay with you, you're not worried about that, and you're just going in somewhere for a rut funnel and just gonna wing it and whatever, or preset it, fine, man, do that. That's a preset. But for mobile hunting and wanting to be able to move around and do those things, you need stuff that are gonna hang in stands, and they're gonna be reliable, and they're gonna be safe, and they're gonna be able to sit in any tree on any way that you need it to sit in that tree. Something to think about. If you got any other key topics or points that you've noticed over the times that you've used for hunting, or if you're just getting into it and you have questions about it, put the questions below. I'll do my best to respond. Thanks for tuning in.